is a superstar in the WWF. Starting today, you can see him starring in the brand new movie, The Scorpion King. Let's take a look.
Open! Don't touch that, you'll set it off.
Right.
A man?
What is this place?
The Memnon's harem, but he visits so rarely, and he gets so lonely.
I hate it when that happens. Please welcome The Rock. This is great. Congratulations. This is a big movie.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Has your family seen this movie yet?
You know what? I took them a couple of days ago, and we saw a little screening, and nobody knew I was in there, and I went in there with my hat, and
you can disguise yourself if you just wear a hat?
I'm very anonymous, you know, when I just wear a hat, because I look like everyone else from here down, but I'm easy to blend in.
See, I wear a hat that says, I am Conan, and there are arrows. People still don't care. Yeah, right. So you went to this screening, and you were disguised.
I was disguised, because nobody knew. I just had a little hat on, and I saw it with my parents, and as we're leaving, we're trying to get rushed out of there as quietly as possible. My mom sees the big poster of the Scorpion King inside the theater. She's like, oh my God, look, it's you. I'm like, yeah, I know, Ma, come on, you just saw the movie.
Yeah, right.
And
you just saw me on a giant screen for 2 hours.
Now you see me in a little poster, and she's like, oh, you gotta stand by your poster, stand by your poster. So she starts pulling out this little, you know, throwaway camera, and
that's so great.
I'm like, Mom, I can't. Let's go. She's like, just stand by your poster. I'm like, Mom, come on. And so, you know, I was standing by the poster in front of everybody and snapping
She's
pictures.
like, take off your hat. Right. So did people start bugging you then?
Well, then, you know, there's like hundreds of people from the theater. It's like, oh, there's The Rock, you know, and I'm like this. Hey, hey. You know, my mom's literally, take your hat off. Come on. On 3, 1, 2.
Yeah. Then your mom grabbed you and threw you and I said, get in there. You have the long hair in this movie, and it's kind of it's a new look for you, the long hair. Do you like it? Do you like that look?
Yeah, I like the long hair look. When I was little, I always had this thing about long hair. Like I thought, wow, one day I'd like to have long hair, but you know, unfortunately, with my hair, it grows afro, and it doesn't grow like nice and soft like the Scorpion King. So you know, I had this big afro. I decided to grow it out, and I had this big afro, and it's like every time I would like bop my head to music, you know, it would kind of be like. You know, yeah.
It was so big there was a delay between your head and...
Yeah, it was a 3-second delay.
It wasn't structurally sound, this afro. We actually, we weren't sure like how big an afro was this, and we called your college today, and they sent us a picture of you from college. Take a look at this. It just blew my mind. It just,
yeah. That's good. That's good.
Caused you a lot of problems, I heard, yeah.
Yes, it did.
You have an 8-month...
Remind me to call my college.
Yeah, they shouldn't be giving this stuff out. They were like, yeah, sure, take it. You have an 8-month-old girl?
I do, yeah. She's going on 9 months now, baby. Baby Simone.
Well, and how do you... Oh. I have a basket of kittens. I just like hearing people go, oh.
Right.
How do you entertain your daughter? Like, what do you do if you're trying to put her to sleep or get her to calm down?
You know what we do? We have this, I play the classical guitar, so I started singing to her. I thought, you know, it's difficult to put a baby to sleep, as you guys know, so I'm like, okay, well, Daddy is gonna do it. Let Daddy handle it. Step aside, Mommy. And I started singing, you know, this is a little song a buddy, Norm Compton of mine, wrote, nice little lullaby.
Right.
And so I sing it to her, and it's great.
That's nice, because that's a different side of you. People think of, you know, we see you beating the crap out of people professionally, and the idea that you can pick up a classical guitar and be like, sleep, baby, sleep. Because I'm imagining that's just how you sound when you sing, sleep, baby, sleep.
You're exactly right.
Oh, baby, sleep.
That's what I do. Yeah. Sleep, baby, sleep. Oh, baby, sleep. Yeah. And she appreciates it. You know, sleep, and she cries and poops, so it's...
Yeah. It's nice when they do that at the same time. Yeah.
Right.
You're, of course, obviously, it's your profession. You stay in amazing shape.
Baby, sleep.
See, you like it now.
I like it now, yeah.
Yeah, now she's not going to go to sleep anymore. It's going to frighten her. Do you have to eat, like, I hear that people like you, to attain that kind of physique, I would just seem to have it, but some... genetics or something, I don't know, but I could flex right now and my tie would fly off, but I won't. But do you have to just eat, like, only, you know, health foods and, like, pure protein? I mean, do you ever get to just pig out and eat bad stuff?
You know what, I do, and I don't take the diet all that serious, you know, and anybody who knows me knows, you know, I kind of get goofy, and I'll be quick to, you know, find me a Burger King, you know, once or twice a week, and Dunkin' Donuts and anything else I could stuff in my mouth and, you know, simulate being a big fat pig, but...
So, like, you can go off of it once in a while?
Well, you got to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. But see, the thing about it is, when you go off and you go eat that junk food, the key is, and I've done research on this, and it's very legitimate, is you got to have a Diet Coke or something diet. You know? That's just the key.
Do you have 9 Big Macs and then Diet Coke, please?
It's the balance.
And some sugar-free gum, please. One of the great honors in show business is to have Madame Tussauds make a wax figure of you. They did that for you, isn't that right? They made The Rock.
They did, and you're right. It was a big honor, and we did the unveiling here in New York City, and it was great. And the detail that they put in that is amazing.
Now, how do they do it? Do they dunk you in wax and then paint eyes on it?
They dunk most people in wax, but they don't dunk me in wax.
Yeah, right. No one dunks you in wax.
No.
But they must take amazing measurements, just very specific measurements.
They do. The detailed measurements they take, it's like it's a couple of hundred measurements, it's a couple of hundred pictures, and I had to stand up and, you know, I had to be on this little podium, and I was supposed to wear a towel, and generally in these big, nice hotels, they have the big blanket towels.
Right.
But for me, for some odd reason, those were gone, and they gave me this little barely towel, and so they had, one.
But they're not measuring down there, are they?
They measure everything.
Wow.
Everything.
I'm glad I don't have one. There ain't enough wax in the world for this guy over there. What happened? I just blacked out.
That's cool.
Well, we actually, I had to see this thing in person, and so we called Madame Tussauds, and they were nice enough. I think people should see your wax statue. We actually, they brought it here on the subway, I think. Really? Yeah, let's bring it out here right now. This is pretty impressive. This is cool. Just stand next to this. This is pretty amazing.
Huh? Yeah, it's amazing the job they do.
I was backstage earlier and I was like taunting it. I was like, "You don't scare me, Rock!" And then The Rock walked up behind me and was like, "Tap, tap," and I'm like, "No!" I wet myself. It's pretty amazing. It is.
It really is.
Is it weird for you to see yourself like this?
Yeah, absolutely. I've always wondered what it'd be like to, you know, myself cloned, and you finally see this, and it's like, you know, at the Wax Museum, you see Abraham Lincoln, you've got Martin Luther King Jr., and here's The Rock, and now the one thing, it falls right in line.
Yeah. I was going to finish the sentence, yes, and then, of course, The Rock.
Right,
yes.
Exactly. The Dalai Lama and The Rock. Yeah, and you know what's amazing is what I realize is I have probably the biggest head of anybody at Madame Tussauds.
I swear to God, if
Conan's looking at me.
No, because I think I have the fattest head in show business, and I think that I think 2 of those heads could fit in my head.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
All right, we're going to find out later on. I'm going to get my own one made. Hey, thank you very much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, The Rock, the Scorpion King is in theaters now. opening this weekend. Stone Fudge coming up. We'll be right back. Stick around.